Hey everyone, it's Dave here.
And it's Tom. Well, we're back with Hawken. This is the Xbox One and PS4 versions we're analysing. Of course, we looked at Xbox One last week, didn't we? And what was this kind of in summary? What did we find there?
Well, with the Xbox One version, we're looking at an uncapped frame rate with no VSync. So constant screen tearing and frame rates which kind of varied between sort of 30 to around 50 FPS.
And now we've got PS4 finally, because it's a free-to-play game, isn't it? And you know, it's not going to cost you anything. But yeah, these performance levels aren't that great, and we'd hope PS4 might actually do a better job of it. But it turns out, looking at the analysis footage here, it's not really the case.
It's kind of interesting because the setup on PS4 is a little bit different from Xbox One. Both versions have an uncapped frame rate, but with PlayStation 4 we're looking at a solid VSync throughout, and the issue here is it just generally creates a bit more sort of judder and uneven controller response during gameplay. Essentially, frames are only rendered out as soon as they're complete rather than in time with the actual refresh of the display.
So to cut straight to the point, which version would you prefer to play at this point?
I gotta say, based on how it feels to play Xbox One, I don't like the screen tearing, but the difference is that on PlayStation 4, the controls actually tend to feel a bit more weighty, or they tend to yo-yo from feeling sort of reasonably crisp to really quite heavy, and it happens a lot more often, which is, that's worse for gameplay.
Yeah, sure. I think I'd take that Xbox One version over the PS4 on those grounds as well. It does look horrible on Xbox One at points, though, as a result of all that tearing, but at least it's fairly fluid to play. I mean, that's the kind of point of the game, I guess. Visually, I guess there are differences as well. You showed me some shots of ambient occlusion differences earlier. Can we go into that now?
Yeah, so what we've got here is the ambient occlusion appears stronger on Xbox One, or perhaps you could say it looks more refined on PS4. It's quite hard to tell what they're doing with the implementation here, whether we're looking at SSAO versus HBAO plus, but I would say PS4 looks a bit more refined.
That's interesting. So besides that, is the resolution the same? It's 1080p on each?
Yep, resolution looks the same on both platforms, along with the actual anti-aliasing as well. So it can look, reasonably, crisp in some scenes and quite soft and blurry in others.
Right, fair enough. Is there anything else to add?
No, that's pretty much it.
So it all really comes down to that performance level, doesn't it? Bit of a shame about PS4 is all I'd say. I think it looks a bit stuttery right now, and it really could do with a hard lock at 30, if I'm being honest, if it's wavering in that no man's land, as we call it. The 30 to 60 range, you really shouldn't be there with a VSync in place as well. Well, this game's been in development in some way or another since 2012, hasn't it? 2012.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm wondering if there's still, ongoing efforts to improve the game, and we'll see something, better on these consoles. It's Unreal Engine 3, of course, as well, so it's very well established technology behind it. Yeah, all I can say is I hope it kind of steps up, because it looks very cool.
Yeah, I had quite an enjoyable time with it when the performance wasn't so bad. So yeah, if they fix the problems, then it could turn out to be a pretty fun release. But yeah, anyway, I think that pretty much covers it for today. Thanks for joining me, Tom. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a like or indeed subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.